As we close in on Election Day, we're bringing you profiles of the candidates in the biggest races, and few offices attract more people than the person who is in charge of our public schools.
In tonight's Your Local Election Headquarters report, senior political reporter Bob Buckley has a look at Michelle Murrow's case for Superintendent of Public Instruction.
Although North Carolina has not had the number of mass school shootings lately that other states have had, Republican candidate for Superintendent of Public Instruction Michelle Murrow says safety is her #1 priority.
The first thing that we need to do is we need to bring a code of conduct to the state of North Carolina. We have got to make our schools the safest buildings in the state. If we cannot make keep our students and our staff safe, then learning is not going to happen. So that is at the top of my priority list.
Murrow also believes there are some problems she sees that aren't on a lot of people's radars.
One thing that we can do that's going to be practical, especially within the K through 5 grades, we have got to take the screens out of our children's hands because they need that face-to-face instruction. There have been many instances where just 3 times a week, 30 minutes a day of small group tutoring has helped children to achieve great strides in not only reading but also math improvement, but also behavioral improvement.
And Murrow promises to increase teacher salaries, and she says the money is already in the system if it is rid of what she calls administrative waste that isn't involved in boots-on-the-ground instruction.
DEI, for instance, and entire departments that are about SEL and asking our children how they feel, having to rewrite curriculum based on the color of somebody's skin. All of these things have been mandated for us by the Department of Education, and it has had literally been tied to our funding, and that needs to be removed. We need to focus on the basics. We need to teach our children how to treat people regardless of how they look, regardless of what family they're in, and regardless of what socioeconomic status their parents live in.
School choice is an issue that Murrow believes has been brewing for decades because of what she sees as the school's resistance to expanding choice within the public school system with charter schools.
And the problem is, out of our 115 districts, 37 districts have no charter schools. There is no option. So the question that I have to ask to the people of North Carolina is, do you think that it's fair to leave a student in a failing school? What if they're being bullied? What if they are not getting the services? What if they are not succeeding? Is it fair to them to leave them there with no other option when the only other option is a private school? Now, to add to that, I think there absolutely should be a cap on who can get that money. I think it's ridiculous to have somebody making $500,000 that thinks that they need an opportunity scholarship.
This would be Murrow's first elected position in state education, but she emphasizes that she's not new to schools.
I think one of the greatest qualifications that I have is that I am not indebted to the failing bureaucracy of the public educational industrial complex. And I will tell you, I've taught for 10 years other people's children. I taught them biology, chemistry, civics, and government, as well as Spanish. What my opponent has is zero experience in a classroom.
Murrow's children were in public schools at first, but one of them had a learning issue that she says the schools couldn't address, which is when she began homeschooling them. Bob Buckley, Fox 8 News.
And tomorrow at this time, Bob will profile Murrow's opponent, Democrat Maurice Mo Green.